Yep.
So, think 1991. Think polar necks. Think eyebrows. Cheeky smiles. Glint in the eye. And I'll introduce Mr. Kenny Thomas.
And a quiff. Hair and quiff
Have a
back
bit
then.
more hair, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you still
Hair
got the
today,
eyebrows.
gone tomorrow.
Yeah. So, double platinum album. Voices. 7 albums in total. Probably a bit more.
No, depends on the time. Probably official, probably 5, unofficial 7. Because some you know have done different ways. I've been on loads of other different projects, so it's hard to keep up with.
Straight off the stage at Hardwick Live, how was it?
Great. Well, I love the North East, and I love it. I've got lots of friends up here.
Oh,
And, yeah, and they love the music here. And back in the 90s, apart from London, that was my biggest sales with the North East. Yeah, second biggest sales with the North East.
Well,
especially with tracks like Outstanding, that was huge up there.
that video, I can picture that video from start to finish. You in the park. Was that London? Was it Hardwick?
Yes. Yeah, I was all of 22 years old. I was meant to look like a barra boy.
Oh, was you?
I'm working on the market stall, and now it just looks really quite cheesy, but a lot of fun.
Yeah. I've never introduced or spoken or interviewed anybody before who has shared a stage with Roy Ayres, Patrice Rushen, Alexander O'Neill, and who can do acupuncture.
Oh yes, fully qualified in that. Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I did a Bachelor of Science degree in 2007, and 3 years, passed it in 2010. Been practicing ever since. Just something I got into. I'm that kind of person, you know. Don't be surprised if you meet me 5 years from now. I've done something else.
In a white coat.
Yeah, it's just something that took me. A friend introduced me to that kind of Chinese medicine. It took me, and I got passionate about it. Read a lot about it, and then decided to do the degree.
So have you got a Zen room at home?
I've got a place I practice out of, yeah.
Do you practice? People come to you for acupuncture?
All the time, every week.
Really? I didn't know that.
Got friends and family, lots of different people, yeah, with aches and pains and all sorts. And, yeah.
Did you give one to... I'm so glad you're
mainly
married.
I'm doing friends and family and different people that are, you know, are kind of a cut bit of music game.
I'm so glad this gentleman is married with 2 children.
3.
3?
Okay, 2 girls and a boy. My boy is 2.5 months old. Glutton for punishment, I am.
I'm so happy for you because in the beginning a lot of your lyrics was all about losing a girl.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for you.
But that's yet to happen.
so I'm very happy for you. Breathe.
Yes.
He's worked with Joys of Bone producers.
Yeah. Billy Odds, yeah.
Bet you love that, didn't you?
Yeah, I know Billy from way back, yeah, and he worked on that. And there's some great producers on that Breathe album.
My favourite track on there was On the Outside. It was a bit acid jazzy.
Oh, On the Outside, yeah.
I liked that.
Who did I do it with? I did that with Richard Earnshaw. Yeah, Richard Earnshaw, I think I did that. Yeah, that's right.
And then we've got...
I've just done another track with him now. It's coming out on his thing. He's got another little
You've been with everybody.
I'm always busy with music.
This gentleman's just done a track because our show is mainly all soul.
Yeah.
And you've just done a track called Peltzman.
Oh, you're talking about the Postman track, yeah, and that was in the dance track, in the open chart, wasn't it? That's doing well. That's virally online. It's going, yeah. They approached me and asked about Think Like You Love Her. They went to Chris's record, got permission to do it, and from the writers. I recorded it, and it's going rather well. That record.
Good. See, you'll hear I'm always ranting Kenny on the show, which I know you'll all know about there's not enough real music out there anymore. It's all jigsaw, you know, I've got people sampling from the 90s and the 80s, and there's no imagination anymore always going on about it. So you were quoted as saying you wanted to come off the commercial treadmill.
Yes.
Did you feel that's the way it was going, that there's not as much soul?
No, I'd had my time, I'd had my hits, and I was done with that corporate world of the corporate, you know, the major record companies. I wanted to go more independent, do music that I wanted to do. Not that I wasn't doing what I wanted, I always was, but it was just time for me to branch out and be more creative and do my own thing, you know. And you are on a treadmill, you're travelling everywhere, and it's very busy and hectic, and it doesn't give you the breathing space to do what you want to do. Probably why I led on to the title of Breathe, because you know, you can breathe and just do it in your own time, and you know, and not have to worry about the pressure so much. But and things have changed. The music game's changed. The way it's accessed, the way it spreads, the way it's shared, the way it's, you know, it's downloaded now.
The thing is now, I don't know about you, but it's more of a popularity game now as opposed to the times. I've got my own
In that side of it, there's some good music, however, still being made. If you look at things like people like Anthony Hamilton and Frank McComb and artists like Incognito still making some cracking music with the Mario Biondi stuff, and the Italian producer Nicola Conti. If you're into the sort of jazz, I've just done that. You know, my Thomas Brown affair, a little bit. Just done that with with Wayne Brown, and certainly there's some great music being made. Is it, you've got no Top of the Pops now, you've got no shows like that, so it's very hard to sort of showcase it. But we've got the internet, and there's word of mouth. People tell each other, and it spreads that way.
Nat King Cole.
Yes. Yes.
He smoked 65 a day to give him that voice. Your voice
and
hasn't
it killed
changed.
him.
Yeah, but he did it for his art, probably. Your voice hasn't changed, Kenny, at all. You've still got that sass in your voice.
Yeah, I think in a way my voice has kind of matured. In some ways it's improved, and and you're still always learning. Even the album I did with Wayne Brown, the Thomas Brown Affair album, I was still learning there, what to do, because that's a very exposed, stripped down piano vocal album. So you never stop learning. But yeah, I've preserved it, I've looked after it. I don't smoke 60 a day, and I kind of...
Do anything, Joe?
I don't do anything sort of like... Well, yeah, you look after your voice. I mean, admittedly, I steam it occasionally and stuff like that. And I do yoga, and I obviously make acupuncture. I get treatments from other people. So I look after myself health-wise,
So, what's next for you? Apart from
another album. I think me and Wayne Brown and I are going to make a jazz quartet album next. I've just got another production in the offing with Richard Earnshaw. My wife's a musician, she's a fantastic singer, so we're writing and making music there. You've probably heard now. Hello, go away, I'm on radio, or I'm on iPad at the moment.
You're still enjoying it though?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm busy gigging and busy being creative, and we love it. And my kids are, as young as they are, they're quite musical as well. It's in the genes.
You have your own Jacksons, your own Thomases going on.
Yeah, or the Osmonds, or
yeah.
or the Von Trapps.
No, don't get too musicals, for God's sake. So you've got you've got Minehead tomorrow, Bradford later.
Bradford tonight, tomorrow Minehead. Then I get a few days off, and then I do a little charity gig in Essex for someone, Bar Zero, and then I think I get a little bit of breathing space, and then we're back on to
Christmas.
another.
Three children, Christmas.
No, November I'm doing O2 Indigo with Jocelyn Brown, and then I'm just. No, just me and Jocelyn Brown together. And then November, I think I'm just another couple of things going in Bournemouth. So you get busy. I'm anticipating next year being a busy one with this 90s stuff that's going on, the 90s revival that's beginning to... They've sort of done with the 70s and 80s, and now they're sort of moving into the 90s. So I think that's going to keep me busy. But also I'm doing the London Jazz Festival later this year. Because I'm moving over into that world, and we're getting noticed with the Thomas Brown Affair album. So
how did you choose the tracks from that? Because there was a lot of classic tracks. How did you sit down together?
Partly me, but partly some of them are my suggestions. Majority is Wayne Brown. He's a very, very great producer, unbelievably talented pianist, and a very good person with an A&R artist, an artist repertoire sort of mind. And he knew the songs that would work, and some of the songs on that album, like the Stevie Wonder Overjoyed. I mean, it took 5-6 weeks for him to convince me to have a go at it, because really I don't touch things like that. Touching a Stevie Wonder record is is either you do it well or you die a death. But we did it, and it came off rather well, and it's a lovely song. I enjoy singing it. And there's Ray Charles on that album, so there's a lot of classics, But we're getting played, and it's even beginning to get some play in America now.
Well, we'll put all the links to Thomas Brown Affair and Breathe. Thank you for the little album you gave me. I'm going to put some samples of that as well.
Oh, you like the track on there called Him? That's big on the modern soul scene, has been for a few years. And,
soul music, especially like Teddy Pendergrass, music, all those. You can't touch them.
They're the masters.
They are, yeah. I'd love to sing with Stevie. Your voice with Stevie would be wonderful.
That might not happen in this life. I might have to wait to get to heaven for that. But no, I love Stevie Wonder. I mean, he's the first record I ever bought Stevie Wonder.
Who do you listen to now?
Who do I listen to now? I have to say I do like Anthony Hamilton. That is a serious vocal on that guy. And he's got that gospel edge to it as well. So for me, he's just like, he's great. Frank McComb's good too. He's got a bit of a Donny Hathaway vibe going on in his voice, yeah. And you've got some great singers here, though. You've got to look at people like Tony Monreal, who sings with Incognito. You've got to look at Natalie Williams, Vanessa Hayes. All these singers are fantastic UK singers. Omar's new album's great.
The Man.
Yeah.
We interviewed him, and this is where I get frustrated.
Great
because
UK soul going on.
there is, but I want to get them more recognised on the commercial scene, and you know, being played on radio more than what they are, and it's frustrating.
Yep.
Unless you've done Big Brother or something like that, drives
You know,
me
but
nuts.
there's a whole history of people being very talented here, and unless they go over to the States and then come back, then you know they're not almost not believable, or they're not taken seriously. But for us people like ourselves who like soul music and keep our finger on the pulse, you know there's some great stuff being made here. Great
Well,
stuff.
thank you for still doing it, doing
Pleasure.
what you do best.
Well, apart from sticking needles in people, I don't know anything else.
But thank you for still doing it, and still doing it from the soul. You know, you still kept your integrity, and I think that's what it's
That's all I know.
So we're going to put all the links on the website for you,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Cheers, a
Definitely.
pleasure.